Stoicism is one of the major philosophical schools that views death as a natural part of life to be faced with tranquility and wisdom. This perspective challenges conventional understandings, often filled with fear and denial of death. By comprehending Stoic perspectives on death, we can develop new ways to confront it calmly and wisely, thereby enriching our own lives. Chapter 1. The concept of death in Stoicism. In Stoicism, death is understood as a natural and unavoidable phenomenon. Stoic philosophers like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius depict death as an integral part of the natural cycle that should be accepted calmly. For them, death is not something frightening or dreadful, but a reality to be faced with wisdom. They view life and death as two sides of the same coin, where death represents a natural continuation of life. The separation of body and soul is foundational in Stoic understanding of death. The body is considered transient material, while the soul is seen as an eternal and purer essence. Thus, the death of the body does not signify the end of the soul's existence. This perspective provides solace to Stoic adherents as they believe that a fundamental part of themselves remains eternal despite the destruction of the body. The role of fate and nature in Stoicism is also crucial in the context of death. According to Stoics, everything in the universe occurs according to natural laws and predetermined fate. Death, like all other events in life, is part of this fate. By accepting death as a natural part of the cosmic order, Stoics teach that we should face death with tranquility and not struggle against what is beyond our control. Chapter 2. Fear of death. Fear of death is one of the most fundamental fears experienced by humans. The primary source of this fear often stems from uncertainty and lack of understanding about what happens after death. In general perception, death is often viewed as the end of everything, leading to fear and anxiety. However, in the Stoic view, this fear is considered irrational and can be overcome through wisdom. Overcoming the fear of death is a central focus of Stoicism. Stoics developed various strategies to confront this fear, including mental exercises and self-reflection. These mental exercises help individuals to accept the reality of death and perceive it as a natural part of life. By regularly contemplating death, individuals can reduce their fear and achieve peace of mind. The concept of the dichotomy of control is also highly relevant in overcoming the fear of death. According to Stoics, there are things within our control and things that are not. Death is one of the things we cannot control, and by accepting this reality, we can diminish our anxiety and fear of death. Focusing on what we can control, such as our attitude and response to death, allows us to face the end of life with greater tranquility. Chapter 3. Death as transition and Stoic practices to face it. In Stoicism, death is not viewed as an end, but as a transition to another state of existence. It is a passage from one state of existence to another, not the culmination of everything. This perspective helps diminish fear of death by providing a broader outlook on life and death. Seeing death as part of a larger journey enables us to confront it more wisely. Stoic philosophers often employ metaphors and analogies to elucidate the concept of death, likening it to sleep or moving from one room to another. These metaphors aid in visualizing death as a natural and non-threatening phenomenon. The Stoic perspective on life after death reflects an acceptance of the uncertainty with calmness, devoid of speculation about what happens post-mortem. Embracing this uncertainty encourages us to focus on the present life and live with wisdom. The practice of confronting death in Stoicism involves mental exercises and meditation. Techniques such as memento mori, remember death, are used to remind oneself that death is a natural part of life. By regularly contemplating death, individuals can alleviate their fears and achieve peace of mind. These exercises assist individuals in living more wisely and appreciating every moment they have. Reflecting on death can enhance daily life by prompting us to focus on what truly matters and make wiser decisions. Stories of Stoic philosophers facing death with tranquility and wisdom provide concrete examples of how Stoic principles can be applied in real life. Examples like Seneca facing his own death with calmness and courage illustrate how Stoic principles can impart strength and tranquility when confronting the end of life. These instances inspire us to face death with equal courage and tranquility, living with integrity and wisdom, and accepting death as a natural part of human existence. Chapter 4. Death and Stoic Ethics. Death holds a profound connection to meaningful life according to Stoicism. Stoics believe that understanding and accepting death is key to leading a meaningful life. By embracing the reality of death, we can focus on what truly matters in life and pursue meaningful goals. This helps us live with integrity and wisdom in accordance with Stoic values. In a social context, Stoicism provides guidance on how to approach the death of others and its impact on society. Stoics teach that we should face loss with wisdom and tranquility, offering support to those who are grieving. Approaching death in this manner helps us build a wiser and more empathetic society. Applying Stoic values in events involving death helps us to face loss and grief more wisely. By using Stoic principles, such as accepting what we cannot control and focusing on wisdom in handling events, we can reduce suffering and find peace in difficult situations. These values offer practical guidance for facing death with wisdom and empathy. Conclusion. The reconciliation between Stoicism and death provides a strong framework for understanding and facing death with tranquility and wisdom. Stoicism teaches that death is a natural part of life to be accepted with wisdom. By adopting this view, we can reduce our fear of death and live more calmly and wisely. The practical benefits of adopting Stoic views on death in everyday life are significant. By accepting death as a natural part of life, we can make wiser decisions, appreciate every moment, and live with integrity. Stoic thoughts on death help us focus on what truly matters and lead a meaningful life. In conclusion, the importance of tranquility and wisdom in facing one of the most unavoidable aspects of human existence is emphasized.